It's currently Friday the 13th. We are headed to Yucca Valley out of San Diego right now to go pick up a tractor for a rental. Well, there she is, folks. International Harvester 666, otherwise known as Satan's Revenge. But that's an old school term used by some of the farmers in the old days. Look at that beauty. This is a situation of I got a phone call looking for a tractor that I didn't have. So I did what any normal man would do. I went out and acquired one. We are currently 2.5 hours from home. I'm on a solo mission out here in the middle of the desert. I winched her on all by myself. Unfortunately, I couldn't film that because I couldn't get permission. But here we are, beautiful downtown Yucca Valley. Nothing but Joshua trees and rusty iron, which is exactly why we're here. All right, just check my change real quick and we're gonna get back on the road. See if we can't go home and get this baby to run. All right, we've made it home in one piece. My truck's done about 5 regens and we are home. Check it out. The 666 made it home on Friday the 13th. She's a beauty. It's a C212 diesel, inline 6-cylinder, 212 cubic inch, or 312 cubic inch. Yeah, I think it's 312. Anyway, it's gear drive, standard, no TA, bare bones. Just how I like them, reliable. It's got a lot of weight on it, so that's gonna be the first thing we peel off because it's gonna make it a lot easier to haul. And this one's headed on a movie rental this coming week. Wait till you see what this thing is gonna do. And if all goes well, it'll come back just like it is. And I'm really hoping for that because this thing's pretty neat. Hate for it to have any issues, but I gotta run off to work for a little bit on an emergency call. So I'm gonna wrap this up for a few minutes. I'll come back here in a bit and we'll see if we can't get it to run. All right, it's the end of the day here. Got the 666 sitting on the trailer. Well, figuring we'd see if it would run. A couple things I noticed right off the bat. What I was told was it ran away. So the injection pump immediately I thought was stuck. And what it turned out to be is that little guy right there. That moves back and forth and that controls your fuel or throttle level for the tractor. And it was stuck full throttle. Little bit of love and I got it freed up. So now we're gonna try to start this baby. I've got the intake pulled off here and I've got a piece of cardboard here and that's how I'm gonna kill it in case it takes off. But I'm pretty confident I can stop it here if I have to. So we're gonna pull this thing open and see what happens. So got a battery, a spot for a battery, and we got an injection pump that supposedly failed. Well, we're gonna test that theory. We're gonna check the fluids real quick. We have oil. I don't know if we can focus in here. It's clean, but it is low. You're good enough to try it. Especially considering this next movie rental, they have requested it out of fluids. So more on that next. Let's check and make sure we got diesel. Ooh, that's a nasty looking tank. All right. And we're gonna check and see if we've got coolant. Also a dry hole. All right. Looks like I'm gonna have to get some fuel and some coolant. Welcome. We ran out of daylight yesterday, so have to resume today. We followed up. I got the fuel control helical deal freed up. This tractor was a Runaway. Normally when I hear that it ran away, or I know for a fact it ran away, I run away. We always take proper precautions, but this particular movie rental, they wanted this tractor and they had to have it, so I'm dealing with a Runaway. But I freed this guy up and it was stuck solid, and that's usually the culprit. So I have all the confidence that I found the problem, but just in case, pulled the intake. I got a piece of cardboard here with the shiny side to help seal it off. Hopefully I don't need that, but we're gonna find out, because I gotta know if this thing runs before I drain the fluids for the rental. That being said, takes us to our next subject. Why are we draining the fluids? Well, you see, in everything I own, the only machines I have with rollover protection have cabs, and they have glass. For this particular movie rental, this tractor is going to be upside down, or at least on its side. And I didn't want to take that risk with anything I had, and I didn't have anything they really wanted anyway. So this is where we have to get creative. And I start shopping for tractors while they're shopping for tractors. Though they're looking to rent it, I'm looking to buy it to rent it to them. And then when it's done, I'll sell it or put it into the fleet, whatever we decide to do. It's happened a couple of times with a couple of different machines, and hey, you know what? Some days it works out. So here we are. We're gonna get it running. I gotta know what its function is before I, dive into it. So I know, okay, is this thing really gonna be even worth trying to get running after it's through this rental, or do I just sell it for parts or what have you? So here comes the moment of truth. I have to know if it runs, and if it runs, then it's going to get steam cleaned, and I'm going to drive it around, and got to enjoy it, play with it a little bit before we drain it all out. But if it does run, when it comes back, we're going to clean it up a little bit, do some plowing, maybe play around with it, get some footage, and then it'll either go on the market or wherever it goes on to its next home, or whatever we decide to do. So anyhow, diving back in, I'm going to stop talking. Intake's uncovered. We've got a battery hooked up. It's kind of hot one, lukewarm maybe. I got fuel bled all the way to the hydraulic head. All the linkages are hooked up. I think it's going to start. So let's see what happens. Oh, by the way, it's got diesel in it now. I had to add 3 gallons because there was nothing. And then it took 6 gallons of water because it had been completely drained, which is a good thing because now it's not all clogged up with rusty crap. So we put some coolant in it. We'll put water temporarily because it's coming right back out. But should be good to go. See what happens. All right, moment of truth. thing actually runs really well. I can only get it into 1 gear forward and 1 gear reverse right now. And I think I said earlier the TA, it doesn't have a TA, but it does in fact have a TA, which is a torque amplifier for those non-international folks. And yeah, it does work. So, a little hairy getting off the trailer with jumpy brakes, but there it is. Beauty. Steering works good. Let's go for a drive. Torque amplifier does not work. Okay, now it's engaged. We won't have that problem again. Okay, I guess we're going back in. Not quite sure why it freewheels going downhill, but that makes it kind of interesting. This is my first bigger international, so a little bit of a learning curve, I reckon. Very comfortable. I don't you want to steer, but alright, it looks like it does need some love. For a first drive, hell, that's not bad. It's quite pleasurable if I do say so myself. Very loud. Yep, no steering. Okay, not quite sure what happened there, but the steering locked up. Probably got some air in the system because God knows how long it's been since I actually tried to run it. I was told it's been sitting about a year, but who knows what that means. And I got to do some cleaning up around here. It's a mess. We're going to pull her into position to give her a bath. now she's had a little bit of a bath and driven around a little bit. Let's see how it starts. So just shy of 7,000 hours. Still pretty young. That's all for today, folks. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, share with your family. We are back. Let's have some more tractor adventures. Stay tuned for more.